But I want to start off with Caleb Love. And Caleb Love is actually the catalyst for a bigger conversation. And actually, the Caleb Love news that we got this week actually solidifies the NCAA tournament. First and foremost, Caleb Love came out and said that he's going to enter the transfer portal. After spending, 2 years in North Carolina, he is entering the transfer portal. This year was tough for North Carolina, obviously, after being the runner-up in the national championship a year before. They didn't even make the tournament this year. Neither did they. They declined their invitation to the NIT. And their star guard, i.e. Caleb Love, is entering the transfer portal. To, I guess, address this situation or this story, I wish nothing but the best for Caleb Love. And wherever he lands, I hope it's the best situation for him. I mean, he'll be a Tar Heel for life. You know what I mean? All this week, we have heard nothing but theories about why there's so much parity in college basketball. People say that, it's NIL deals. People say that the talent isn't all the way there. And while I do feel that NIL deals do help the bigger schools, they're not helping the bigger schools right now, especially when you see the schools that are in the Final Four. So the biggest reason why I believe you're seeing a lot of parity in college basketball, and while the Blue Bloods and the big schools that are usually dominant outside of, I guess, UConn right now, is because of the transfer portal. You see, if you look at every single team in the Final Four, in fact, if you look at every single team that we just saw in the Elite Eight, every single one of them, there was a key player, even the ones that lost, there was a key player in every single Elite Eight game that was once in the transfer portal. I mean, one of the biggest names, and we'll talk about him when we talk about the Miami game, is Jordan Miller. Jordan Miller went to George Mason. And entered the transfer portal, went to Miami, bada bing, bada boom. Marquise Noel from Kansas State, transfer portal. You see, the transfer portal has made it more beneficial for teams to get better players that they may not have possibly been able to get in the recruiting stage. Because imagine if a Caleb Love goes to a team like Gonzaga, or goes to a team like, what's a team that needed a point guard? Purdue. He would drastically change the fabric of not only that program, but their seeding and their overall talent for the team. You see, again, every single team that is currently in the Final Four has benefited greatly, has benefited greatly by the transfer portal. Now, the transfer portal it allows you to go to where you want to go if they want you. But I do caution, be careful with the transfer portal, because there are cases where you think your value is higher than it really is. We've seen that, i.e. Seventh Wood. Seventh Wood went to North Carolina, didn't work out there, went on the transfer portal and realized his stock was not as high as he thought. But don't get it twisted, man. The transfer portal has been very beneficial to all these teams that are in the Final Four. And actually, all the teams that we saw in the Elite Eight. Hell, what's it? Johnson from Kansas State was in the transfer portal. Their two best players, Kansas State's two best players, were on the transfer portal. A key big man for Florida Atlantic, transfer portal. You see, I think the NAI deals will be very beneficial as far as recruiting in the future, in the very near future, when, you know, bigger schools can maybe afford bigger NAI deal or can offer bigger NIL deals. But if we look right now, it's the transfer portal. The transfer portal is the reason why the talent level is so wide open in college basketball. And why you have a team, and it's not just the transfer portal, but it's a big reason why you have 3 teams in the Final Four that have never been there. 3 of them. 2 of them are mid-majors. It's the transfer portal, man. It's there's no way that you can look at what we're seeing and not understand it is the transfer portal. Hell, and it's actually even more apparent. It is more apparent when we look at the women's side. And we look at how good, you know, the women's side has. Look at LSU and their best player. LSU's best player is from the transfer portal. Virginia Tech. It's the transfer portal, man. I know I keep saying that. But that is what it is. That is why we're seeing the talent discrepancy that we are seeing. Or, yeah, the equal amount of talent around the league or around college basketball. Maybe not as much as the women's than men's, but the women's is affected by the transfer portal as well. Do not get it twisted. There is a team in the Final Four that has benefited greatly because of the transfer portal. Oh, man, you stayed to the end of the video. I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss any content from your boy. You can also go back and watch past episodes, past clips, and don't forget that the Unpopular Podcast, new episodes drop every Wednesday and Saturday. Appreciate you.